Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Azzuri, and we are back on the channel with another motivational message for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, hi, my name is Azzuri, and I'm here to bring you motivational messages every single day, baby. Without further ado, let's just get right into the video. How are you? How you doing? How you feeling? Y'all know I gotta ask y'all some personal questions before I get into your mind. Before I start to pick your mind, I gotta ask you some personal questions, because this message right here, it's a serious message, and I believe that if you believe in God, if you believe that He speaks to you, if you believe that God communicates with you, I believe that He is using me right now to communicate with you on your screen. I believe that the other person on the other end of the screen, of the telephone, of the phone, whatever it is, on the other end of the phone book, that whoever is receiving this, they're about to get a word from God that is divinely positioned, divinely timed, and it's timely position for you to hear. And so let's just get right into the video. Let's get right into the message. God says you're protected, you're safe. I know it may seem like there's some situations and some circumstances that you're scared. It seems like you're unplugged right now. It seems like you're running out of energy. It seems like you're running out of power. You're running out of money. You're running out of food. Some of you guys are running out of resources. You're running out of friends. You're running out of love. You're running out of life. God is telling me that if you're on the other end of this screen, if you're on the other end of this spectrum right now, that you're facing some things that has been draining you, that's been draining your bank account, that's been draining your heart, that's been draining your love, that's been draining your faith, your energy, that's been draining your tie to God. But God says if you keep faith, and some of you guys, you have been losing faith, that if you're watching this, God wants you to know that He knows that you're losing faith. He knows that you're losing, you're counting out on Him. You're not depending on Him as much. He knows that you're not believing in him as strong as you used to. And so God is using me. He's using me to tell you, don't give up. Like it's not time yet. Because God says that you're a warrior. He says, I got you, my warrior. He says, I know your heart. He says, God knows that you can handle this. He knows that you were going to stop halfway through the mountain, but He says God didn't see you stopping forever. He knew that you would need a breath. He knew that you would need some time off. He knew that you would need a night or two to just be able to regenerate. God knew to rejuvenate. God knew that you would need a couple days off, a couple weeks off. God knew that you might lose a little bit of it. He knew that you might get halfway up this mountain and look back a little bit, but God don't. He doesn't see you stopping. You might see you stopping. You might see you failing. You might be scared right now. You might be feeling like you're not in the position. You might be feeling like your life has took a shift. You might be feeling like returning to your vomit. You might be feeling like returning to the relationship, the house. You might be feeling like calling that person up. You might be feeling like returning to the job, the people that didn't value you. You might be feeling like returning to the habits. You might be feeling like returning to the drug right now. But God, He knew you would get a little weary. But God says this, they that walk shall not get weary. You shall run and not faint. And so God says that He sees you. He knows where you are. He knows how many tears you drop in your bed. He knows how many tears have rolled down the sides of your eyes. He sees you. He hears your heart cry. He's with you in the storm. The waves are rushing right now. People are switching left and right. You don't know who to count on. You don't know who to depend on. You don't know who got your back. You don't know what to listen to. You don't know who to trust. You don't know what to eat. But God says if you just depend on me, my child, if you just relinquish it all, just give it all to Him. Give it all to God. Don't stop giving Him half. Give Him your pain too. Don't just give Him your good parts. Don't just give Him your praise. You're weak right now. You feeling like you can't make it. You feeling like you won't make it to the top of the mountain, but God sees you making it to that mountaintop. I see you making it there too, but God, He's not even telling me what I see. He's saying He's seeing it for you. God says before you were even formed, before you were even in your mother's womb, I formed you. And so God knew the situation you would be facing today, right now, this very moment, whatever time you're seeing this. Whether it's 6 o'clock in the morning or in the evening or 10 o'clock in the afternoon, God knew that you would be where you are, feeling how you feel, feeling how you are feeling right now. God knew God knew you would run into some brick walls. God knew it would be a total blackout in your mind. Some of you guys have been through so much that your mind has just went black. You can't even think anymore. You just went numb. You don't know how to fight anymore. But you got something in you on the inside of you. You got to tap into what's on the inside is deep down at the pit of your heart that you don't even want to give up. But everything in you is telling you to give up, but you don't want to give up. That's crazy when you going against you. Because you know that there's a 1% in you that still has a little bit left. Give God the little bit you got left. Give him the 1%. Watch him turn it to 100. Watch him flip that thing. Watch you wake up tomorrow doing all the house chores. Watch you wake up tomorrow feeling strong, feeling rejuvenated. Watch you wake up tomorrow feeling strengthened. Watch you wake up tomorrow feeling powered. Watch you wake up tomorrow feeling healed. Watch you wake up tomorrow feeling heard. You want to feel heard by God, and God is saying, if you're watching this video, if you on the other end, you have not been feeling like God has been hearing you. You've been crying out. You have been crying out. Tell me it's not you. Tell me God is not using me right now to tell you that you feel like God don't hear you. That's the most important thing. You feel that thing in the pit of your soul. You've been calling out to God left and right, night and day, and you feel like he don't hear you, but I'm here to tell you he heard you. God has more ears than you. He got more ears than you can imagine. God, he knows your tone. He knows when you cry out. God knows it's something in the tone of your voice that when you call on him, he knows exactly your exact location. The moment you open your mouth and say Jesus, God knows. It's like he just sends a direct eyesight. He knows exactly where you are, all the way from heaven. God eyes, it starts to trickle down, and he hears your cries. It's like when a mom cat hears their baby kittens. They can be a miles away. God is millions and gazillions of miles away. And when you open your mouth, he shoots down to you. He hears you. So I want you to know today that God heard what you've been crying about for years. God heard what you've been crying about for months and weeks. God heard you. He heard God even felt the tears. God even has some of y'all, God has cried with y'all while y'all was crying alone on that floor, while you were by yourself, while you didn't have a phone to pick up and call somebody and you were crying alone. God was crying with you and you don't even know it. And you're ready to give up. It's not time.